Are you looking for the best Garmin watch? In this video, we will look at some of the best Garmin watches on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 4. The Garmin Instinct 2 has infinite battery life. Though many of the best Garmin watches can go days, if not weeks before being recharged, the Instinct 2 is the first from the brand to last forever using solar power. Talk about stamina. There are a few catches, from which features work on solar power, to which versions of the Garmin Instinct 2 even pack a solar panel, to how many hours a day the watch needs to be exposed to sunlight. But beyond that, the Instinct 2 is better than the first Garmin Instinct in almost every way. It retains a rugged, adventure-inspiring design and borrows several features from Garmin's best GPS watches that cost well over $500. The Instinct starts at just $349, plus comes in a new 40mm size for those with smaller wrists, including yours truly. You'll see how much I appreciated the slimmer fit later in this Garmin Instinct 2 review. Whether you dabble in outdoor sports like or have grand plans to scale caption, the Instinct 2 is an excellent accessory for your next excursion. Here's everything else you'll want to know before setting out. The Garmin Instinct 2 is available now and comes in a dozen different configurations. In addition to solar-powered options, Garmin offers Surf, Tactical, DEZL and Camo editions with special color variations and dedicated features. The Surf edition comes loaded with a Tide widget and Surfline Sessions compatibility, for example. The Garmin Instinct 2 DEZL edition, meanwhile, was created for truckers. The Instinct 2 still kind of looks like a Casio G-Shock with perforated straps and fun color options, and I think that's part of the lineup's appeal. It provides a sense of adventure and durability, in case a military standard 810 rating against extreme environments and temperatures isn't convincing enough. It can also be safely submerged in water to 328 feet 10 at Multau. Garmin increased the display resolution from 126 by 126 pixels on the first Instinct to 156 by 156 pixels for Instinct 2S, and 176 by 176 pixels for the Instinct 2. There's no touchscreen like Garmin recently added to the Garmin Fenix 7. Instead, a 5-button array is used to navigate the various menus and workout displays. Button-only controls take a bit of getting used to, but it's an effective way to prevent accidental actions while you're moving around. It also allows for a functional secondary display in the top right area that zooms in on icons and prompts navigation. Brightness is a major perk of the entire screen. The legibility of the Instinct's display in direct sunlight is still among the most impressive in the category, looking much brighter than my Apple Watch 7 side by side. Do check out our showdown of the Apple Watch 7 versus Garmin Instinct 2. Number 3. If you are a runner, then the Forerunner series is for you. The Garmin Forerunner 955 is one of the lightest fully featured watches we've tested, on par with other top-of-the-line premium models. With full navigation and all of the latest health metrics and sensors, you can be confident in this watch for all your training and daily tracking. If you are an ultra-athlete, you may prefer a more rugged model with extreme battery life. Otherwise, this watch should be sufficient for all but the most serious of athletes, especially considering the mid-range price point. Performance and price are expertly balanced in this high-scoring watch. The Forerunner 955 is an update to Garmin's lightest fully featured watch. The Forerunner series has long prioritized running and provides a sleek, light design with great GPS and heart rate accuracy. We are impressed with this model's features and price point and think it's a contender for those that don't want a more rugged-looking model. The battery life is substantial and should allow any athlete to feel confident that it will make it through their activity. This watch does it all, and unless you need endless battery life, this is one you should consider. Garmin continues to provide leading feature sets, and while this is less of a smartwatch than something from Apple, it still scores high on our list. We continue to be fans of what's available in this ecosystem and find everything easy to access and use without digging through endless menu systems. Full touch screen navigation and breadcrumb mapping allow for backtracking and route planning on the go. You can download music from various services, mainly Amazon Music and Spotify, and connect to your Bluetooth headphones. A wide range of health metrics are also available to provide you with status updates throughout the day and predictions about your fitness and fatigue. As with all Garmin products, their IQ app allows for additional customization and features to be added from third parties. This feature set is made for the most dedicated of athletes, and some could find it overkill if you only use your watch during activity. However, this could be a great model if you are looking for health updates throughout your day and notification and phone integration. Higher-end models won't really provide you with any more useful features, but they will increase the number of premium materials and battery life. Number 2. The Garmin Fenix 7 is designed for anyone who gets a thrill from the competition and wants to push themselves to hit a new high, whether it's a cycling sportive, a half marathon, an Ironman, or the grueling sweat of a CrossFit competition. The Fenix 7 doesn't assume that you've already nailed down a full training plan and know exactly how to balance work and recovery, though. It gives you tools that will help you understand your current fitness level, set a realistic goal, and train in a way that will help you achieve it. It packs the same advanced workout tracking and training tools that made the Garmin Fenix 6 the best multi-sports watch around back in 2019, but also introduces some new features that make it all more accessible to new users. The most obvious upgrade here is the introduction of a touchscreen. The watch still has the 5 physical buttons of previous Fenix watches, including a newly reinforced start button, but it's a huge help for panning across maps. It's been carefully implemented, though. The screen is locked by default during workouts to prevent accidental button presses, and Fenix purists can opt to deactivate touch entirely if they prefer. The display is still memory and pixel rather than a mold like the Garmin Epix Gen 2 or Garmin Venue 2. It's readily legible in most lights but lacks contrast, and the use of a blue rather than white backlight means its colors are sometimes muddy. However, it's part of what makes the Fenix 7 so frugal with its power usage. This is a watch that can keep running for weeks in the right conditions, and even the non-solar versions offer impressive longevity. In the software side, there's a new real-time stamina meter that shows how your energy declines during a workout so you can adjust your effort accordingly. This is the first time it's been possible to see changes in stamina in a chart that you can read at a glance. There's also a new on-screen race predictor that estimates how your current training regime will affect your 5K, 10K, and half marathon race times. This data was already available in the Garmin Connect app, but the new chart on your wrist allows you to see how your times are trending, and hopefully dropping, thanks to your efforts. Number 1. The Garmin Venue 2 Plus is 2022's successor to 2021's Garmin Venue 2, and has all the same features with one major addition, a microphone. This allows you to answer incoming calls from your wrist, and use your phone's voice assistant without touching your phone. It's compatible with Siri, Google Assistant and Bixby, and it's a great addition to what was already an excellent smartwatch. You'll need to pay a little more for the added voice functionality. The Venue 2 Plus costs $50 per £50 per $70 more than the original, but it's definitely not just a gimmick. Whether we wanted to make a quick translation to another language, control a smart home device, calculate a tip for a bill, or control our music app, the ability to simply press a button on the watch we were already wearing meant we ended up using our phone's voice assistant much more than would have done previously. It might seem like a small feature, but it's a genuinely useful one that makes this excellent smartwatch even easier to recommend. Like the original Venue 2, the Venue 2 Plus is an excellent all-purpose smartwatch, and a solid choice if you're looking for a single device that you can wear all day whether exercising or not. Its stainless steel case and sharp, bright display mean it looks smart enough for pretty much any occasion, and although it only comes in one size, its mid-sized case should suit most wrists. As you'd expect from a Garmin watch, it excels at fitness tracking heart rate, SpO2, sleep cycles, skin temperature, respiration, and stress. GPS has Garmin's signature accuracy, and the Venue 2 Plus tracked our measured 5 km running route to within just a few meters. Garmin's latest optical heart rate monitor also delivers, responding swiftly to changes during interval training sessions. Garmin has also made the most of the watch's bright, high-res display with on-screen muscle maps that show the groups you've worked recently, plus guided workout animations for yoga and Pilates. It's a smart addition that makes the Venue 2 Plus well-suited to anyone who wants to branch out into a new activity and bolster their existing workouts with strength and flexibility.